The story of the family farm starts when I was a little child growing up on a beautiful small farm. But then I left there to the city for an education, and while there I fell in love with the city life and the pursuit of wealth, not realizing the cost and toll this pursuit had on both me, my friends, and my family. Between that and the city life, it took a toll on my parents. And it was not until tragedy struck that I realized what was truly important in life, and I left the city and returned back to the farm. So join me on this journey as we try to save the family farm. Yes, Mom, and don't worry. I am just filling up here with some gas in town and pulling onto the road here, and I should be at the farm in probably the next 5-10 minutes.
Okay, honey. Now remember, I won't be home till probably after 5. But if you can get started on the corn and the sorghum, they are both ready to be harvested, and they need to be taken care of as soon as possible.
Sure thing. I will tackle those as soon as I get to the farm. Now, you have a safe trip, and I really hope your appointment goes well, and I will see you tonight.
All right, and thank you. And honey, I am so glad that you came back to the farm. It's been so hard since your dad left us, and I am just so happy to have you back at the farm.
Well, I'm glad to be back too. I wish it had been under better circumstances, but I'm just glad to be back here and helping you out. Well, I will talk to you later, and see you tonight, Mom, and I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
All right, so I am almost here to the farm, and this is a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of bittersweet here, because I grew up here on the farm, but I haven't been here for a couple of years, and it really wasn't until, well, my dad passed that I finally came back here, and unfortunately, things have not gone well the last couple of years. Between medical bills and rising costs and life in general, my parents had run up a pretty large amount of debt before my dad passed away, and I'm hoping that I can help turn the farm around and give my mom a secure future. So I'm gonna get to my bags put away and then get started on checking out the equipment and get busy in the fields. Man, that house has not changed at all. Now, Mom said that some of the equipment is not in the best shape, which was a little bit of a shock to me. I didn't realize that it had gotten to that because Dad always took pride in his equipment being in top running order. So let's check this out here. There's the case and the gleaner, and oh boy. Yeah, this harvester definitely needs a washing and probably some maintenance, along with our cultivator and planter. Well, planter looks pretty good, just dirty. The case though looks like it's well, at least needs a washing and maybe needs more. We'll find out. Well, let's see what's over here, and oh look, there's the old truck. That thing's been dead for probably 15 years. And our old van, lots of memories there. Let's check here in the shed. I think Grandpa's old truck, hopefully that's still in here. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yes. I used to have so much fun in that as a little kid. I'm amazed I didn't need more tetanus shots from that. You know, I always had a dream of restoring this someday. Maybe if I make some good money someday, I can afford that, but yeah, not right now. Not anytime in the near future. And over here we have my dad's pride and joy, and even this is a little bit dirty, but yeah, he loved this tractor. It was his baby. you took care of this thing. So yeah, that's not a good sign if even that's dirty. But hopefully it's in good running order. We got our silos there and the greenhouse, which it looks like they're not growing anything currently. But we always used to use this for growing vegetables for us, and sometimes we sold some. And then the chickens, which there are none, so that's not good. But yeah, we used to grow chickens here a lot and sell the eggs. I mean, it's free breakfast for us between the vegetables and the chickens. But we sold a lot of eggs to local stores and made some decent money off of that. But let's head down to the fields because Mom did say that the sorghum and the corn are both ready. And if the corn is, that's important because we use that to make silage and sell, and that's a big revenue for the farm. It's one of the primary revenue streams for the farm is this corn. So we gotta get started on that right away. But the sorghum is also ready to be harvested as well, and that will feed the chickens, and we can sell the rest. But yeah, so let's go grab the tractor and get our forage pickup hooked up to that so we can start on the corn. All right, this the case here, it's running a little bit rough. I think it's in need of a tune-up and maybe something else. I don't know. But let me get this trailer hooked up here and pulled out. But I'm gonna need to get that addressed as soon as possible because, well, on a farm, if your tractor dies, you are pretty much out. I mean, you're done. And so it's key that we take care of these the equipment. Now let's head over here and grab the forage pickup. Before I do that though, I remember this, I need to attach the rear weight here. And this is like a 2.5 tons if I remember correctly. And you know what, actually let me get this tractor out first. This thing's running really well. Let's drop this weight off here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to connect this over here to our bag silo. And what we do on this farm is we cut down the corn to make silage. So we put it here into this bag silo and then it fermented. It's basically like putting it into a big, huge lawn. I don't know if you've ever seen like those lawn bell sausages they make. Well, this is one of those, but bigger, and it's easier because you don't have to do any belling. So let's head back over here to the case and get this hooked up. And you'll see what I mean by it being front heavy. So let me get the second part connected up here. There we go. And yep, there goes our rear wheels. Let me get this lowered down and see if I can keep those rear wheels on the ground. Even with the 2.5 ton weight on the back, it's still very much front heavy. But I keep the front implements lowered, it seems to be doing okay. And hopefully when we add the trailer, that will take care of it all. There we go. All right. So hold the pipe out. So I am going to focus here on the corn, and I really hope that we have no issues with this tractor and that we get a good harvest from this, because this is pretty much the big revenue we get for the farm every year. Okay, we are almost filled up here, and I think we might get one complete lap here to fill up the trailer. Ooh, we are. Oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. So, I'm gonna drop the forge pickup here, and then we'll take this and dump the this over into our silo bag so we can start fermenting. And while that's happening, I need to head into town because I need to head over to the dealership and get some parts because this tractor needs a tune-up bad. It died like 5 or 6 times during that one lap around the field, which you don't want to keep driving a tractor if it's doing that because you'll break it worse. So let me get this emptied out here, and then we'll head into town and see if I can get some parts. Now this is so cool. This is what we call the poor farmer's edition of a fermenter. We basically just dump it in here and it basically expands out the bag. It's a huge bag, and it acts like a big, giant wrapped bell basically, and it ferments that into silage. And it's kind of easier than having to do all the bells and wrap it and everything like that. So it's kind of a good way to do it. Now I'm going to pull this over here, and then we'll go ahead and just turn off the tractor, and I'm going to hop in the Tahoe and head down to the store. Because this thing definitely needs some TLC. Actually, let me turn off this tractor too, because I don't want to leave it running, especially if I'm not going to be here. You know, while I'm heading there, I may talk to them about getting this service, because I did just drive it halfway across the country, and even though I take good care of this thing, that is a long trip, and I should just, get some maintenance done. I wonder if Jimmy still owns this place. I can't imagine him ever selling. Yeah, because his daughter, Becky, she really wants to take over the store someday. Man, I haven't seen Becky in quite a few years. Yeah, we were best friends back in school. We were almost inseparable. So let me see here. I'm gonna head in, see if Jimmy is still here or who owns it. Kind of curious. Oh, this place has not changed at all. Oh, hey Jimmy, how you doing?
RAMBO. Wow. Wow, I haven't seen you in a couple of years. It's great to see you again. What are you doing in town?
Well, I actually just moved back to the farm. Just arrived today, actually. And yeah, just came over here to get some hopefully some parts for the tractor.
Well, I'm glad you're back, even though I wish it was, there's circumstances, and, my condolences to your family for the loss, and I know your dad will be missed. But speaking of that, I actually was going to call your mom tomorrow because the parts that your dad ordered a couple of weeks back, they actually arrived just yesterday for the tractor. So if you want, I can grab those and, get this all taken care of.
Well, that's perfect because that tractor, it needs some help because it was dying out there. Say, while I'm here, I just finished driving halfway across the country to get back here from New York, and I wanted to get my Tahoe looked at just to make sure, it doesn't need any service or anything. Are you guys able to handle that?
Oh yeah, our service guys did knock that out real quick. Say, that reminds me, you know how your parents had to give up the truck about a month ago? And, it ended up going into auction, and I actually picked it up just last week. And if you want, I'll sell back to you. It's I mean, he just paid me what I paid at the auction, which was just under $7,000, which, to be honest, is a steal for that truck.
Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. Yes, that would be amazing. That actually takes care of a huge concern I had, was that we have a farm with no truck. And, well, you have a farm. You can't operate in a farm without a truck. It's just not possible. Yeah. So what? I'll buy it back from you. And, if it's ready to go, I'll tell you what, well, dude, if it's ready to go now, I will just give you the keys to my Tahoe and you can service that, and then I'll drive the truck home, and that will be a huge present for my mom when she gets back home tonight.
All right. This works out perfectly. Let's head over to my office here. We'll do some paperwork, get it all done, and then you be on your way. And tell you what, once the Tahoe is all done and serviced, I'll have Becky take it out to your farm for you.
I gotta say, this truck is nice, and I think this is the back road that we never used, evidently, because it's pretty overgrown, but I believe this comes into the farm. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's kind of overgrown over here, so my parents evidently never used it. I did, though. I remember using it a lot back in the day. But yeah, so let me get up here to the tractor, and I'm gonna get the spark plugs and everything changed out, and hopefully that will get it up and running in good shape. Oh wow, it runs so much better now. Let me get this turned around. Whoa, a little bit too far there. I probably should have picked my path of approach here a little better. But, in my defense, I haven't really been driving on the farm. It's been a few years. I'm a bit rusty. But you know what? It's kind of like riding a bike. It all comes back to you real fast. So let me get this all hooked up here. And we'll continue on with the cornfield. And now that the tractor is in perfect running order, we should be able to knock this out without any further delays.
Running wild on this old
Well, the bag silo is all filled up, so I'm going to dump the rest of this into our main silo here. And you know what? I'm gonna get the garden going as well, because we got no reason to not be growing vegetables. I mean, it's revenue. Granted, it's not a lot, but we need all the help we can get right now. Let's see here. I'm gonna do cucumbers, beans, onions, and garlic. A little bit of variety. Yeah, just make sure this is all set to spawning. There we go. Because a little bit of variety, we'll eat some of it definitely, but for the most part, I want to sell it to the local grocery store and other neighbors and stuff like that, because it doesn't bring a lot of income to our farm, but it helps. And if we start jumping up some business, that might be a good area for us to spend money in expanding the farm, that area. So almost done with the corn. There's probably another load or two. I think maybe 2 or 3. So let me get back out here, finish up this field, and get it done. Well, we ended up with another load and a half almost, and so that's good. But the corn is all done. So let me get this put away. I'm just gonna park the trailer there because, well, when these buildings were built a very long time ago, equipment was smaller. I mean, this equipment is definitely not modern, but it's a lot newer than the buildings. So it's a bit of a tight fit, and definitely would not be able to have modern equipment here. Which is fine, because a farm our size, we don't really need anything big. Now, that's not to say I don't have dreams of, hey, having more land and a bigger and better farm, but you know what? We're not there right now. So let me get this trailer hooked up and get it dumped into the silo. And then I will probably get things cleaned up around the yard and maybe make some dinner for Mom before she gets home. All right, there we go. Got that parked and put away, and oh, I forgot to turn off this tractor. So let me hop in here and turn this off real quick. Thankfully, it didn't burn too much fuel. And so let's get the truck parked up by the house, because I'm really excited to see Mom's reaction to this when she gets home. And I know it was definitely hard on them when they had to give up the truck right before Dad passed away, but with all the bills and everything like that, they just couldn't afford to keep it. So let me get this parked here, and then I'm going to head inside, make some dinner for Mom, so when she gets home, she'll just be able to enjoy and relax and have a good evening.
The sun will shine.